So I'm Nikki Moore. I'm Ambassador Diamond. I've been with the company for 8.5 years, and I'm so excited to see all these new faces, like super fun. A lot of you jumped in for $20, and if you didn't have the opportunity to jump in for $20, hopefully you have the opportunity to extend the $20 offer to new people by getting your conference ticket. So you have until the 31st to get your ticket. If you're brand new, you have 10 days. I know it feels like a big decision to make in 10 days, but I was a distributor. I think Denise was on for a second, but I joined with Denise and I went to my first conference within 2 to 3 weeks. I was like, what? She's like, you have to go to this thing. And I'm like, I don't even know what this is. She's like, just trust me. And it was my first one. It was amazing. I went as a distributor with no team members by myself. Talk about intimidating. That's not even my personality. And then they postponed the next one. And so it was 18 months later, I went as a triple diamond and I had a whole bunch of team with me. It was so cool. So this can be kind of your reference point. But anyway, so tonight what I want to do is a couple things have been super great for getting your new loyal customers. As a new person, your goal is to get 5 loyal customers in your first 30 days minimum. Can you get more? Absolutely. The more that you get, the more money you make, you know? So we get paid to do 2 things. We get paid to recruit loyal customers and distributors, and we get paid on that activity. So that's it. So we want to do as much as we can, right? And when we want to work smart and we don't want to necessarily work harder, because in this business, we don't have to trade all of our time for money. We can leverage our time to make more money. And so, so 2 things that have been really great in helping people get their 5 loyal customers in the beginning. And then also, if you've been in the company, your goal is to get 4 to 6 loyal customers every month anyways. That's just kind of your goal, you know? So that's all we're doing anyways. That's all our job is to get customers and to get team members. Like, let's not overcomplicate it. So then we come in and we say, well, how do we do it? Like, so that's a great goal, but what do we do to do it? And so we have to expand our outreach. We have to talk to people. And so one of the things that we can do is called host a post. And there's a bunch of videos, and I'll double check on the page and make sure they're under, I have some videos underneath the albums, under the picture albums. If you go to the pictures and albums, you should see some bite content, and you should, I have help with getting loyal customers. And I'm not sure if there's a host to post, but I'll go double check and make sure those videos are there for you. And I'll post them on the team page following so they don't get lost in this chat. But host to post is phenomenal because it allows you to outreach and to talk to more people than you normally would, because they're people that you don't know right now, but you're going to know in a few minutes, right? So you are basically asking a host, you're asking somebody, would they post on your behalf? We're going to give them the script. We're going to give them the picture. We're going to make it super easy for them to say yes and support us. And so from that point, when they do post on their wall, we're going to kind of watch that. We're going to ask them to tag us so that we can keep better track of it, so it's not all over the place. Because sometimes you might have, you know, 3 to 10 host to post at the same time, and you want to keep them straight. But what's great is when they post for you and they have people comment, the standard practice is to go to that person that commented underneath, click reply, and say, I'll message you, okay? So let's say we ask Amy, would you host a post? Hey girl, I got a favor for you, or I got a favor to ask you. Yeah, what's up, Nikki? Would you mind posting on my behalf? I'll give you the script for this, but this is just so you can kind of have a little image of what it looks like. I'll give you everything, and all you have to do is copy and paste this to your wall. Would you be down for that? I'll enter you into my drawing for a free product, or depending on how many orders we get, I can send you a free product. Now, this is what you need to decide. If they get 2 loyal customers, will you give them a couple, can you give them a couple keto packs? What do you want to give them in exchange for that? Because 2 loyal customers is great, right? You're going for 5 in the beginning, first of all, so you can earn $150 shopping spree. Or would you give them a wrap for maybe 2 customers? You're going to have 4 wraps come in on your starter kit. Maybe you'll give them, a mini defining gel. I don't know. You decide. That's up to you. So anyways, so they say, okay, well, So Amy posts, and then Rachel comments underneath, hey, I'm interested. So underneath Rachel's post, I say, I'll message you. Now I'm going to send Rachel a friend request, and then I'm going to message her with my script. Hey, I saw that you commented on Amy's post about the keto coffee. Were you interested in more information? And she says yes, and then we just fall in line with the script. It's super, super simple, super easy. We make it easy for you. And so I've done two things right there. I've lent myself some credibility with Rachel because Amy is like, oh, Amy knows Nikki, so it must be okay. I've got some credibility there. I've also added a new friend. Let's say that after a couple days' time, Rachel doesn't decide to order. She's like, it's too expensive, or I just can't do it right now. I'm moving, blah, 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 blah. You say, hey, no problem. Do you want to do like Amy just did, and do you want to post on your wall? And depending on who orders from it, I can give you some free products. And she says, oh, yeah, absolutely. So now we go ahead and do the same thing with Rachel. And Rachel posts, and maybe Rachel's post blows up. Maybe Amy only got 3 comments, but Rachel has 20. And I'm friending all these people. I'm expanding my network all at the same time. Does that make sense? Yeah? Okay. So this is what I want you to do. I'm going to share my screen with you because I want you to do a couple things, and I'm going to show you what it looks like so that you can get a big picture. And then I'm going to give you some text, okay, and give you some scripts. So let me share my screen. My phone's going off. I want to make sure it's not relevant to this. Make sure Denise isn't texting me. Okay. Okay, let's share the screen. Okay. Let's see. Lori, I can see your face. Can you give me a thumbs up if you can see my screen? Okay, awesome. Okay, so this is the first thing I want you to do if you're going to be doing host to post. Right here in this triangle, so I want you to go to your page, so click your name on Facebook, and I want you to click this triangle. And from here, I want you to go to settings. So write it down if you can't get to it right this second. It's just the triangle next to the question mark, and then click settings. Then you're gonna go to time, see on the left it says general, security, Facebook, all of this stuff. It says timeline and tagging. I want you to click this. This is up to you. I'm gonna tell you a little bit about Facebook because I use Facebook primarily to grow my business. To be quite honest with you, if I wasn't doing a home-based business, I probably wouldn't be on Facebook that much, other than to just talk to people, but I wouldn't worry about posting because I just wouldn't. That's just me. Because I do this business, I love Facebook. I love social media. So, and it's fun to, helps me stay relevant and keeps me young. So anyways, okay, so timeline. I have that my friends can post on my timeline. Who can see what others post on your timeline? So basically I'm public. I make most of my stuff public because I'm just using it for business. If my kids, I have 5 children, they know, my bigger ones, they're 13, 11, and 9, they know that if we take a picture at a school event, they're like, oh, Mom, school name's on my shirt. And so they'll strategically cover it. Like, we don't mention the school that we go to. I don't mention exactly where I live. We just keep it safe. So because I have that in mind, I'm public because I want people to find me. I have had, I would probably say about 80% of my business partners and loyal customers have come from social media, from people that I did not even know before I started this business. People that I may not have known last week or a month ago or a year ago that I've just built relationships with. And I wouldn't have been able to do that if I was locked down like Fort Knox, right? So the most important thing is for you to put is under review. It says review posts you're tagged and before the post appears on your timeline. Yes, you want that on. Do you want to have to review tags that people add to posts before they appear on Facebook? Okay. Yes. So that's when people like tag themselves in your photo. Well, you don't, I mean, what if Joe Blow off the street tries to tag themselves in your kid's photo anyways? You're not going to let that. So have these two things be on, because you're going to ask everybody, that hosts a post for you to tag you. And you do not want, hey, my friend Nikki's looking for some product testers. Hey, my friend Nikki has some new coffee. Hey, my friend Nikki's got some new collagen. You don't want that spamming up your feed, okay? So then we can look, see these dots over here? We can look at our timeline. Oh, I don't want my timeline, sorry. Oh, that's how you can go there too. See, learn something new every day. We can go to, I do it from my phone most of the time, activity log on my computer. I do it mostly on my phone because I use my scripts with text replacement. Okay, so there's a tag review. I'm gonna add her because it's my team member. Now here's my timeline review. This is what, okay, here's some of my host a post. Okay, I asked her to host a post for me on the 25th, so she did. Okay, she had 16 comments. She posted for me, she did coffee. See, I'm switching them up. And then she's got, she only had 4 comments, right? And 2 of those are mine. Then she hosted a post for me. There's coffee. I did a different picture. 7 comments. Do you see? I don't want this all on my thing. So I am this. Now this is why it's super nice, is I can go to my timeline and I can say, okay, let me see here. 16 comments. View 12. I want to view them all. I'm going to show them to you. See how much? I hit reply and I just got back to her like 10 hours later because I think it was overnight or something like that, or it was way late at night and I didn't get till it the next day. Hey, sorry for the late response, I'll message you. Okay, thank you. Okay, then she ended up ordering, becoming a loyal customer, so I said thanks. You guys, this woman right here actually called me Friday and wanted to place an additional product because I talked to her on the phone to put her order in and told her about our keto line. She asked me if she could sell it. She's going to call me tomorrow. I think she's going to sign up as a distributor now. So how much messaging use? Do you see this? So I'm just going to say this. Now, I think it's so funny that I'm totally interested. Somebody made a comment. They must have removed it. Somebody said, wouldn't it be easier just to post on here, like your answer? And I said, no, because I don't think that everybody even knows what it is. That was my response. No, it's easier to answer questions one-on-one than it is on a group chat. That's what, so anyways, so see how this is working? Okay, so then I'm going to show you, I'll show you what it looks like. So I'm going to go to Terry because I messaged her. I want you to see the message and what it looks like, just so you get an idea. I'm opening up a new tab, so. There it is. Okay. So I friended her and then I just went with the script. Sorry, my phone, my computer is dogging right now. I'm trying to scroll through it, but I mean, we just basically had the interaction. So I don't know why. Oh, so I gave her my script. Here's my number. Can you call me? Yep, I can call you right now. Time is of the essence. So, okay, so there you go. Clear as mud? We're good. We good? Okay. So you guys, I have people on my team. I have my top loyal customer enrollers, like 31 loyal customers. I didn't write it all down. 21. I got my top 4 loyal and customer enrollers that I'm sending. They're all like enrolled 20 plus customers last month using this method. Okay, because it allows you to outreach. Okay, all right, so let's go. Let's give you a script. I'm gonna post it in the chat. So does everybody know how to utilize the chat now? Go down to the bottom and do that. let me see. Let me pull from my notes over here. Oh, this is what I do too. There's two ways that you can go through. You're like, who do I message? How do I message people? You can go to your friends on Facebook. You can go to your friends list, and if you go to your friends list, on your computer, I think it must be on your computer. It'll do it in alphabetical order. You can just go right down the line, okay? Make sure they're not a distributor, and you can kind of weed people out that way too. Or you can do what I've been doing lately, and I have been going with what they have been calling that green light. You know, like the green light people. So I am basically going to Messenger on my phone. Okay, so there's Messenger, right? And then you'll see across the top it says messages and it says active. If I hit active right now, active, you would think Sunday night people are sleeping. 890 people of my friends list are active. That's what I'm gonna do. So I'm gonna start scrolling down. Distributor, potential, and I can click on that person and I can see what our conversation has been. And I can go back and I can go to the next person. And I can go back, I go to the next person. I can go back. So that's how I'm messaging people. That's what I did Monday night for 2 hours. I just message people. I signed up a distributor, 2 distributors, and 3 loyal customers, all from 2 hours of work on Monday. I left the house because I have 5 kids. I told my husband, adios. I literally went up to the closest restaurant, sat in the bar section in a booth, and I just sat there on my phone. I had a sangria, and I sat there on my phone. I messaged the ladies. I'm like, can I just sit here? Is it okay? And she's like, yep. I mean, I ordered something. I paid for it. I tipped her very well. But that's what I had to do to work for 2 hours. So anyways, let me give you some scripts. I am finding that the keto coffee and the cleanse are really great. Let's do, I have too many, I'm trying to find my, oh, here we go. Okay. So the first thing you're going to do is you're going to message the person and you're going to say, hey, how are you? I've got a quick question for you. Did it go? Okay. Hey, how are you? Why did I have GM? What is that? Non-GMO, soy-free. Oh, that must have been from my sign. Don't worry about that. Okay. So, hey, how are you? I've got a quick question for you. Okay. Really simple. That's going to get people's attention, and they're going to say, oh, yeah, what's going on? I'll post this on the page too. So don't worry about if you can't get it all, but I'm going to say, would you be open to having me give you a post to copy and paste on your wall, and based on who I sign up from it, I'll send you a free product. Would you be open for that? Okay, real simple. And I'll be honest with you, because I have so many friends changing all the time, you know, people that I'm not friends with, but because of the business, if somebody's asked me for information a long time ago and they never close, and I follow up with them when we have a special or even a business, and I'm like, hey girl, it's only $20 to get started. You want to join now? You still interested? And I don't hear back from them and they don't respond back to me. And I say, hey, I've got a question for you. And they get back to me. And I say, would you do this? If they ignore me, and I'll be like, did you get my message? And if they see it and they still ignore me, I will unfriend them. I'm weeding out my friends list because this is a business arrangement. And they're obviously not willing to even be courteous enough to answer me back. I will just delete them. So this is kind of a good way for you to weed out old friends so you can add new people too. Okay, so awesome. I appreciate it so much. All you have to do is copy and paste and tag me in here and I'll do the rest. Okay, so can y'all see the scripts, I hope? Okay, all right, so okay, so let's do, I have one for wraps, I have collagen. Here's a good one. This is your post. Collagen post for the host. There you go, okay? You're gonna change it out for you. Hey, you know, my friend Melinda's looking for product testers. My friend Maureen, make sure you don't put Nikki. So, there is that one. Here's another one that you can switch. And if you've seen something else out there, make your own. Don't have to stick to these. These are just kind of ideas, get you started. So there's 2 options for collagen. Here are my responses, okay? So when somebody comments, I say, hey, I'll message you. These typically, I would say 98% of the time fall in line with whatever they said, okay? So then I message them, and I typically will insert their name, you know what I mean? So I'll be like, hey, Teresa, I saw that you commented on my post about my collagen supplement. It's a new product, so I will go into that, but the first part I'll just put hi, name, and then put the app. Again, I have this in text replacement, so all I have to do is put a couple digits in and it goes for me. But that's a whole new topic. But you can save them on your notes on your phone. You can copy and paste them. If you have an iPhone, there's a note section that you can save them in order, so you can just copy and paste. So they say, are you looking to use collagen for the anti-aging or health benefits? And they'll be like, oh, for anti-aging or for health or both. And then I say, yes, this is definitely going to help you. So now the only thing you have to do is make sure you update the months every month. Okay, so this is what it is. It retails for this. So now it's only $40. It sounds like something you want to do. And if they say, well, yeah, it sounds awesome. So then, oh, I see I have to change it. No, then. Can't spell. DECEM. DER. It's like a spelling test. Okay. Okay, so then here's the next piece. All right, so this is what you have to do. And then they say, yep, that sounds good. And then I say, do you want me to take your information? Or do you want to go to my website? That's it. There you go. Boom, 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 boom. Now, is it going to work with everybody? No. And are you going to have to tweak this along the way? Are people going to ask questions that don't fit in the script? Yep, but that's okay. So there's a collagen. I'm going to go ahead and copy post a keto coffee and a cleanse. I think those are good. The keto coffee and the cleanse are great because you can upsell them to a package like the Fit 15 if they have bigger goals. Hair Skin Heals is a good one too. Okay, so here's the cleanse. And then you guys can start trying it. So right now, what you can do while I'm posting the script, I want you to go to your alphabet, your friends list, or go to the people that are active on Messenger and just say, hey girl, I got a quick question for you. Or hey, how are you? I've got a quick question. Whatever is your verbiage, but something along those lines, okay? So go ahead and start, just your goal right now is to ask 10 people. Hey girl, got a quick question for you, okay? 10 people, and it's gonna take you a couple minutes. Don't overthink it, okay? We're not asking for a loan from these people. We're just asking for something super simple that any friend will do. So go ahead and do that. I'm gonna post the scripts for the coffee. Oops, this one needs to be changed. I changed it on my text replacement, but make sure you look at the months. And if you accidentally do last month's, just be like, oh my gosh, this year's flying by. You know what I mean? You just kind of improvise. Okay. Here's the right one. Okay. Okay, cleanse and coffee. What? I just did one. I did another one. This is a good one for new people for the coffee. Okay. This is a good one for new people. For coffee. The problem is I have scripts all over the place. I don't even know where. Man, I can't wait to get this weight loss coffee in this week. Ooh, there's some typos. Check that. All I see on my timeline is people saying that they're dropping pounds and feeling great. I hope it gets here fast. I'm hangry. Who else wants to try it with me? So that's kind of good for a new person because you're not saying, oh, I've tried it before and I love it. It works great. You're basically saying, who wants to do it with me? Okay, and then I don't know if I did this one. Here's your other coffee one. All right, and then here's your script. So do you guys have 10? Did you message 10 people? Yeah, okay, keep going. Or you can start with, I have the quotes. The second part is, did I copy and paste the second part for you guys? Did I do that? Shayna, it says yes. Okay. Okay, yep, so go on then. Hey, would you do me this favor? Okay, good. Make sure I'm not getting ahead of myself. So, okay, then there's my. Now, the very important thing to remember is if somebody has seen your comment and they're not getting back to you, do not go to that next message yet until they answer you. You seem like a little over anxious when you do that, right? It's like a cat and mouse game sometimes. he who speaks first loses kind of thing. Only when you just don't want to seem too eager. I might, if they like saw my message, like I explained the coffee, and then I might say, hey girl, did you still want more information, or did you have some questions for me? You know, something to that effect. All right. I don't know. Denise, are you on still? Denise, do you know off the top of your head if we have like a folder or an album with corporate approved before and after pictures? Because you can share the results with some of these products. Okay, good, we do, thank you. So you can pull from there and save them to your phone. Awesome. Thanks, Denise. Thanks, Shana. You can pull from your phone and save. Make sure you save at least one hair, skin, nails before and after, one keto coffee, one collagen, one cleanse. Save at least 1 to 2 different before and after pictures, you know, and make sure that you would, you know, have a variety for your audience too. You know, if they're older, if they're younger, if they're heavier, if they're skinnier. You know, because sometimes people are like, oh, I would never use a keto coffee because I don't need to lose weight. Well, look at her results. She didn't even really need to lose weight either, but you can see a little bit in her face, and she had more energy. You know, so you want to make it relatable. Let's see. Okay. All right. Oops, again, check your months. Okay, so there you go. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and stop the recording unless anybody has any questions that might be relevant for the recording. And then we can kind of work for 20 minutes. You can go ahead and just unmute yourself, or you can post in the chat. Let's see. Okay, quick question. I just got my keto coffee and started it this morning. I love it, but it seems that it took forever to mixture all the clumps out. Yes. How do you make it? So yeah, don't put it in a filter and brew because it's an instant coffee. This is what I do, and it's worked really well. I had got one of those little mini mixer things from Amazon. It looks like a little beater. But what I found is that, because I bought them and they're $10 on Amazon, so they're super cheap. But then after I broke my second one, I was like, oh gosh. I actually will take my coffee mug. I like chocolate greens in it too. So if I do the greens, I do this first. I put the greens in. I put a little bit of water, and I take a fork and I stir it up at the bottom of like just a little bit at the bottom of my mug, so it looks like cake batter, like that consistency, and just stir it up really good so it's like all all wet and no lumpy, and just like I said, like a cake batter or a pancake batter, that type of consistency. And then I add my keto coffee into it. If I need to add a little bit more water, I add just a little bit more. But again, just pancake, cake batter consistency, and just stir it up so it's all good. And then I add my 8 ounces of hot water, and I put in about half of it and stir it up. And then by that time, it's all blended. That is the easiest way. I don't know if anybody else has a way. Or if you use your little mixer, you do that too. But I was doing that too because I don't like my greens to be clumpy, because I don't want to swallow a chunk. I got like this gag reflex. So if you can just get it mixed up first before you add all your water, it's a lot neater. Okay, I'm going to stop the recording.